Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. I've got a super exciting workout for you today. It's a Reformer's variation workout. So it's kind of variations of some of the exercises you'll learn in the BASI curriculum, but also some variations and cool exercises from workshops around the world that I've learned. I hope you like it. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe to become a part of the Pilates Life channel. Thanks again. Let's move. Hey guys, welcome to the video. So we've got a Reformer variations video. This is not the standard BASI Pilates repertoire. This is a repertoire with variations in different kinds of styles of some of the moves you've seen before, but definitely variations that you're not going to see on a regular basis. So I've got an amazing model to work with me today. I've got Carissa. Hi Carissa. Come on in. Come. 13 years ago, 12 years ago or something, she did the course with me, then went off, had some kids, had a good life, and now she got into a different career. Now she's back. She's auditing the whole course with me, and I'm super excited to have you here. Super stoked. So just be you. Have a good time. We're going to start with a roll down. Stay where you're at. And let's face out towards the beautiful sunshine. There's actually no sunshine. It is totally raining and cloudy and nasty. Take a breath in. Exhale, roll your spine down. But we're going to enjoy it. We're going to bring some sunshine into this room. I always start with the roll downs. Begin your sessions, conclude your sessions. Such a great way to see your client's body. Exhale, roll up. On the first one, I never cue them. I just let them do their own personal movement. Now, second one, we're going to do some cues. I want your shoulders back a little bit more, hands back slightly so they're in line with your hips. Take a breath in. As you exhale, feel your head kind of reach forward. Don't just nod your chin down. Then go into your articulation. Keep your hands a little straighter as you roll through. And don't forget to soften your knees as you get into the low back. There we go. Now, we go just till the fingertips hit or as far as you personally can go. Breathe in, exhale, scoop and roll up. Don't just let your body fold in half. We've been talking about this a lot lately, this active C curve. It's an active C curve. I'm going to fix your tag. There we go. Inhale, exhale, roll your spine down. Now we're looking good. On the third one, if they pick up on the cues and they're looking good, just let them explore and feel the movement pattern. You're looking for tight hamstrings, how they coordinate movement with breath, how well their spine rolls through, how their posture comes up to that nice ideal alignment, right? Looking good. So we're going to go ahead and have a lie down. We're going to do an intermediate warm-up. Typically, I would do this on the mat, but for saving time, we'll do it here on the Reformer. I'm going to set her footwork spring so that her springs are set, which is really going to lock the carriage down. Bring your arms above your chest, palms facing one another. Arms above your chest, there you go, and legs out long. Okay? So we're going to do the roll-up from this position. I'm going to have you start right about here. Inhale to your chest lift position. We're going to bring those hands right down along the sides of the thighs. It's a nice chest lift position, chin up just a tad, and then we exhale, roll up. As we come forward, we bring the shoulders just around the hip line, maybe a little bit further, but again, we're working on this active C curve, so we're not just collapsing down. Breathe in, exhale, roll back. And technically a good term on that would be hinge back, not roll back, because we don't want to change the position of the spine. We want to hinge back to that chest lift position and then let the upper body articulate down. Inhale to your chest lift position. Exhale up. We keep those arms horizontal to the floor. Keep the head in line with the spine, and I want you to lift up just slightly. That's it. And take the pelvis forward just a little bit. There. That's where you can feel that low back kind of release and relax a little bit. Get that little extra stretch. Breathe in, breathe out as you roll down. Now, Carissa, when you're rolling back, you're actually going into deeper flexion, right? So come back to your starting position. Go right about here. Inhale to your chest lift position. Exhale up. You're looking really good right here. You're keeping your alignment. Hold it. But as you come back, you're actually sinking here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but she's sinking a little bit. So we're going to try to maintain this position a little further forward there as we hinge back. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, watch the hands. Keep the hands with you. We fixed one and we lost another. Good. You got one more, you?
Yeah.
Inhale, chest lift position. Take those shoulders open a little bit. That's it. Exhale up. There's your position. There's your position. There's that active C curve. Shoulders back slightly. Thank you. Breathe in. Now let's try to hinge back, keeping that position. That was better. That was better. Don't let those hands veer away from that parallel position. Grab the little posts next to your ears. Open your elbows nice and wide. Tabletop your legs one at a time. Glue your knees together. Bring your knees just above your hips. Spine twist supine towards me on the inhale. Abdominal obliques, pull the legs back to center. Those legs move as one unit. It's as if your waist is like a washcloth and you're just wringing that washcloth out. Exhale to center. Inhale to me. Exhale to center. Inhale away. Exhale to center. Inhale. Exhale. Try to keep that upper body a little more still. Inhale. That's better. Exhale. And one more. Do we start to me or do we start away from me? We started to me. Thank you. She's going to keep me on track today. We're a little tired. We just finished a 7-hour course. We've got this. One more away from me. And exhale back to center. Draw your arms above your chest. Palms face towards me. We're going to come into your chest lift position. Exhale up. We grab the tops of the knees for double leg stretch. When you go into double leg stretch, take those knees back just slightly behind the hip joint. Anytime you're working isometric contractions, bring those knees in a little bit. Inhale, reach your arms over your head, lengthen your legs out. Exhale, return to your starting position. Drop your feet a little bit. Inhale out. Exhale, return. She's got good flexibility in her shoulders, so I want you to try to get those thumbs to touch over your head. Exhale, return. Maintaining that C-curve position. Inhale. There's a good double leg stretch. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Hold both hands over your right knee. Extend your left leg. There you go. Keep those feet along the same horizontal line as we single leg stretch. Switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. And exhale. Don't bring that knee in too deep. Keep it just a little past the hip joint. Now we keep those legs going along the same horizontal line. We interlace our hands behind our head. We rotate to the bent knee and switch. You had to think about that, didn't you? I did. And exhale. This is chest lift with rotation and single leg stretch. That's all it is. You don't need to rotate more. Don't pull your elbow into your knee. Just let that upper body move as one and lower body move as one, and you're right in that right position. Exhale. You cramping? Exhale. And exhale. Center and relax. Oh yes. Nice little warm up. That intermediate warm up, so powerful. Tabletop your legs one at a time. I'm going to get your foot bar up to 2 holes showing on the Bassey Systems equipment. We go parallel heels, hands by your side. We go right into our footwork block. So, just about a fist's width distance. A couple inches apart on the feet. They want to be dorsiflexed and flat as if they're against a flat wall. She's going to press out for 5 repetitions. Press away. Inhale, bend. Now, stay at the bottom for just a moment. The most important thing on your footwork is making sure you're in that neutral pelvic position. People have a tendency to go to slight posterior or tuck their tail a little bit before they press out. We want to stay in that neutral position. Let's try it again. That's better. Inhale. A little slower on your down. We want to really emphasize that eccentric contraction. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lengthen. And come down to the bottom. Now the variation is going to be halfway. We're going to push halfway up to about a little more there and back down to the bottom. halfway up for 2, and back down. This is the variation. I told you this is a reformer variation class. I'm going to do a variation of most of the repertoire we do on a regular basis. There's 4. On the last one, I like to hold for just a moment. We breathe in, we breathe out, we breathe in, and we come down to the bottom. And that just adds a little isometric element to that footwork. I really love doing that. Go to your toes, and it's a safe thing to add to your reformer classes if you teach classes. It's not a really intricate thing to add into class. We press away. We control the down. She's looking really good. Again, those heels are nice and stable. We have no movement in the heel, but maximum movement in the ankle joint, maximum articulation. That's 5 repetitions. Push halfway up and back down. That was way too far. That's okay, halfway up, right there. And back down. It's just where you feel that deep load on the quad, about halfway up. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. We hold for a couple of breaths. Again, you can add more repetitions if you'd like. I just like a nice standard 5 for video time and for this particular session. Come down to the bottom. Feel that little burn in your quads? Oh yeah, my goodness. Oh my goodness, yes. We externally rotate the hip joint. The heels naturally come into that nice first position. As we press away, we give a nice squeeze on the inner thighs. As we come back, we're controlling the down. She's still a little quick on her down. I want you to feel that pulling that foot bar towards you. I always have the sensation of pulling the foot bar down. And she's doing a great job maintaining that neutral pelvic position. And exhale for 4. Inhale, bend. Exhale for 5. Control, bend. From here, drop your heels. They raised a little bit. Nope, keep them where they were. Push halfway up and back down. So we're going to do 5 of those. Do your full range of motion. Don't hit the stopper on the bottom. Go right into your halfways. It keeps the quad loaded up. It keeps the spring tense. That's 4. Keep those heels down a little bit. And here we go on 5. We hold for isometric, a couple of breaths in and out. And we come down to the bottom. Really nice, Carissa, really nice. Feel that little burn right there? Good. Heels to the outside. We're going to open V heels. It's again a nice subtle V position. We're trying to initiate through the backs of the legs as we press away and control the down. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but she still has this little pop as she's coming down. We want to control up and control back. She's smiling at me. And that's working the eccentric. It's also keeping a steady state of movement. You don't want to feel there's a comma or a pause in any direction. You definitely want to get the full range of motion, but you don't want to stop in any one position. And the feet are a little bit flexed. Come back to my hands. There you go. I know that's more than 5 reps, so we'll go into our halfways from here. Push halfway up and back down. That's better on your feet. Halfway 2, and down is too high. You want to be right about here, halfway 3, right there, and down. I don't always recommend putting your foot down because if your client pushes up too far like she just did, you're going to hurt your toe. Thank you. No smashing my toe. Halfway hold, breathe in. Now look at her feet. They're right where we set them. That's what you want to look for. I've seen people set the feet and then they step away to correct other things, but then realize the feet are out of position. So set those feet and keep an eye on them. And come down to the bottom. Put your toes right where your heels are. Really nice. Drop your heels a little bit. Take a breath in, press away. Inhale, bend. There's the control I've been looking for. It took us about 5 foot positions to get there, but we're finally there. And press away and control bend. We're getting a little unstable in the heels, so sometimes I'll just come down here and try to hold the heels for my client, or I'll come over the top of the foot and give them a little tactile feedback on where that heel should be. We come down to the bottom without hitting the stopper. We push halfway up and back down. Halfway 2, and return, And we're going to do this as our last set of halfways. You can add those halfways into your single leg heels, single leg toes, but it gets a little challenging. We're going to be nice to Krista today. Halfway up, hold it. Breathe in. Breathe. Oh, don't you move. Breathe out. Breathe in and come down to the bottom. If you want a real big challenge on that last exhale, push all the way back up to the top, similar to the Mentor pumping series, and then come down to the bottom. But that's, again, a big challenge. Toes parallel, a couple inches apart, press to the top. If you ever want to give your client a little extra stretch, you may. Just be very careful with this stretch. You don't want to pull too hard and rupture the Achilles. From here, we do our calf raises. Press up. Nope, calf raises. Both up, both under. Both up, both under. My variation on calf raises is going to be doing 10 standard calf raises, but then 10 in V position. That really hits the lateral line of the calf, gets into that soleus a little bit more. I love it. So here's 7. Keep your heels parallel, about fist width apart. There you go. 8. Pull, push. 9. Work both range of motion. Hold it up. Externally rotate the hip joint, and we drop in V position and lift. 1. Pull, push. 2. Inhale, exhale. 3. And she's probably feeling a little more burn than she would if she was just doing the standard calf raise. Really kind of works all the way up the leg. It feels amazing. And we'll do a few more. Boom. Where's your chin? Keep your head line. Stay there. Go back to parallel. Go to your prances. Inhale for 2 and exhale for 2. And breathe in and breathe out. And inhale and exhale. Tilt your head slightly to the right. Inhale, just slightly. That's not slightly. Exhale. There you go. Both heels under. Slight pull on the heels. If I'm training my clients, they bend slowly, and as they come down, bend your knees. They'll get a little extra soleus stretch with that pull. Nicely done. Heels parallel. We're going into our single leg work. We're going to take our left leg to tabletop. You're going to shoot it straight out to a diagonal line. Try to hold that diagonal line. The variation is a dorsiflex as we lift. It's not the Mentor work. It's a variation from this. As we exhale up, we dorsiflex. As we bend, we come down. So it's not lift up, hit it hard. It's dorsiflex as we go. 2, inhale, bend. The tough part, while your free leg is flexing and pointing, the leg that's on the bar, the stable leg, is trying to mimic it. It's a cross patterning for your brain. So we try to keep that leg that's on the foot bar very still. We're just going to do 8 reps on this. Try to stabilize your pelvis a little bit more. A little slower on the down. Better. And 8. Come down to the bottom. Hold. Bend. Switch. Find your position. Tabletop the leg. Reach out to a 45-degree line or 60. Depends on your leg length. As we lift, we flex. As we point, we come down. And 2. You can see this foot wants to kind of veer around and follow the floating leg. So I just come in here and give her a little support without getting kicked. And that's 4. And that's 5. Let your hands relax. You can't see it in the camera, but her right hand was trying to flex with her foot. And 7. Relax the toes a little bit. And 8. And down. Good. Switch. Bend. Go to your toes. I like to put both toes on. Find the position of the feet, the knees, and the hips. Then go into tabletop. Just kind of squares everything out. Reach it out. Same movement pattern. Exhale up and flex. Point. And 2. See your left hand? Don't let the hands do the work for you. Try to keep the hands flat. 3. And most importantly, in this up position, don't let them go so far back that they're losing that stability of the pelvis. Make sure you stop in the range that's best for their hamstring flexibility. And down. And down. And down. One more. And hold, bend, tabletop, drop the foot down, bring the other leg over, set the heel where you want it, reach the leg out, and away we go. Excellent. So again, she's pulling back, go ahead, a little too far, which is making that hip drift up. I think your range is going to be about here, right? So try to keep that range. Bend, come down to the bottom point. And exhale, there you go. You're trying to get a bigger range, which is pulling your pelvis out of position. Pelvic lumbar stability is our key component in everything we do. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale, bend, and here we go. Nice job. Footwork done, check, as my friend Jody would say. We're gonna go into our ab work. This is an isometric exercise to start with some emphasis on lower abdominals. Again, we're doing a reformer variations. So, grab a hold, arms above your chest. We're going to push up on the foot bar just enough to lock those hands above the chest. Lock those straps in, tabletop your legs, listen carefully. You're going to come into your C-curve legs, you're going to shoot straight up. Once we're there, we're going to hold it and do some leg drops, right? Only go down as far as you can manage your stability of your pelvis. C-curve, legs straight up, chin up a little bit, chin up a little bit. There you go, not quite that much. There you go. Drop down to about 45, pull back to 90. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Straighter fingers, straighter elbows, shoulders open a little bit. That's what I'm looking for. And don't go too far down. You're going to lose your pelvic stability right there. Very nice. Hands closer to your hips. Very nice. Now we're where we want to be. One more. And boom, bend the knees. Drift your arms above your knees. Head, chest, and shoulders drop. Excellent job. Typically when I'm doing sessions, I do one isometric, one isotonic. But I want to show you another isometric exercise that I absolutely love, and it's very achievable. It's something you can teach in class. You don't feel like it's a dangerous exercise. We're going to do basically 100 prep. Okay. You're going to stay in it and just drift the arms to perpendicular and back. That's all we're doing. Tabletop, tabletop. Glue your knees together. We're going to go in just a little deeper, right there. Come into your chest lift position, hands by your side. Stay in that nice deep C-curve, drift your arms up to perpendicular and back to your hips. One, let's try 5 of these. Elbows straight. And oh yes, that looks good too. Inhale up, you're looking good, you're looking good. Stay in that C-curve, 3. Elbows straight, 2 more. 4, 1 more. Hold it here, drift the arms above the knees to 90 degrees of the shoulder joint, head, chest, and shoulders drop. Relax your feet. Whoa, nice. I got a woo out of them. Nicely done. I'm going to go for a red and a yellow in the lower gear. If you've got the Bassey Systems equipment, red and yellow in the lower gear, this is a variation of single leg hip work. Single leg hip work. It's really powerful and kind of fun to do. Great challenge for your core. We're going to start with our right leg. Both legs go to tabletop, hands by your side. Drop this heel a little bit. And so we're right here, both feet in dorsiflexion. Dorsiflexion, there you go. Relax your toes. Remember, dorsiflexion comes from the ankle joint. Don't let your toes pull back towards your nose. Not a good cue. Now from here, this leg stays stable. We push out on just our right leg. We go right out to that frog position, except of course we're in parallel, not external rotation. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, bend. We're going to try to push that heel down slightly as you press out. There's a better line. Now, we're looking really good. She's got good pelvic stability. I want to let those shoulders open up just a little bit. She's kind of getting a little tension in the shoulders. That's much better. Feel the difference? Yeah. Let's do 8 today. Looking better. As you can see, those heels are trying to get along the same horizontal line. We're going to stay long on the strap leg on the last one. We match both toes out with slight plantar flexion, just enough to give the strap a little grip. We scissor the right leg up, the strap leg up, and the opposite leg down just around the foot bar, not lower. As we exhale, we switch. Inhale, scissors. Exhale, switch for 2. Inhale. Lots of emphasis on that free-floating hip flexor leg. 3. Shoulders. Thank you. And 4. And inhale. Obviously trying to keep the legs as straight as possible, but a slight co-contraction to protect the back of the knee. With that red and the yellow, you're actually pulling pretty significant resistance against that strap. We do one more. We drift this leg up. We tabletop your floating leg. Keep this leg straight all the way up. There you go. When you get into your circles, by the way, I'm holding the carriage with my knee just so I can give her a little reprieve while we're talking. Make your circles small, because if you go too wide, it's going to pull you. The center of gravity is going to pull you right off the strap, right off the carriage. So come down circle, around. You'll go into slight external rotation, but you're not forcing it. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. That's about her range. Exhale. And I usually only do about 5 of these. One more makes 5. And you see that free-floating leg like to drop, right? We want to try to keep that leg in tabletop. Now here's where it gets really challenging, the reverse, the up circles. Don't go too far out and up. Out and around. Excellent control. Inhale, exhale. Keep this knee above your hip joint. There you go. Keep it above your hip joint. There you go. I'm going to help you a little bit. You see how it pushes out? Bend both knees, put this foot down, and give me this strap. Tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So, if you were doing that on your own, to give yourself a little mark, you might just put your hand on the free-floating knee, and that way you won't feel it pull away from it. Okay, we'll try that on the other side. Push up, put your foot out, both legs go to tabletop, bring your knees together. Dorsiflex. Am I losing you?
Sorry.
That's okay. Here we go. Drop, nope, not yet. Drop your heels a little bit. There you go. And together. Okay, press out on your left leg. Inhale, bend. I should have maybe gone a little lighter for her. I would say maybe a red on 3rd gear would have been plenty. I think she's a little forced with this heavier weight, but I have complete faith in you.
Thank you.
Shoulders open. And exhale. Nice and easy. Don't speed it up. Keep your eccentric contraction on the pullback. Good. Remember, the retraction is just as important as the contraction. Hold it. Both out. Inhale, up strap. Exhale, down strap. Inhale, up strap. Exhale, down strap. Really good. Inhale, up strap. Exhale, down strap. Inhale, up strap. Exhale, down strap. Inhale, up strap. And exhale, down strap. Inhale, up strap. Hold that leg up, bend the opposite leg. Now this is what I was talking about. You're going to take the same hand as the floating leg and put it on top of the knee. So when we're doing our circles, you can kind of feel if it's veering around. Circle down, out, up, and around. Much better. Feel the difference?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She can probably feel the knee wanting to pull away from her. So now that she's got that hand on there, it really allows her some good pelvic stability in that free floating leg. That's 3. There's 4. And exhale, down and around, up and together. There's 5. Reverse, out, down and around. Ooh, watch that range. She was on the cusp. She almost went too far. Yes, there you go. I'd go even a little less than that. Now's where I really should have a little bit lighter weight on there, but I trust her. She's doing good. I don't see a lot of compensation here. Oh, a little bit. One more. You got this. And beautiful. We take this leg all the way down. We take this leg out, both toes on the foot bar, and we're going to go into our spinal articulation block. Now we're doing bottom lift, which we all know is a nice hard exercise, but we're going to add that variation by adding a little prop. We're going to take the ball, now I got a little squishy Pilates ball here, put it between the knees. And all I do on this is add a little squeeze, and then I progress as I go. So 1 on the first one, 2 on the second one, and just gives us a little bit of adductor emphasis. We try to keep the heels in the same position as the parallel toes. Inhale to prepare, obviously making sure the headrest is down. Exhale, scoop and roll up into your bridge. Find your alignment, squeeze 1 time. Release and roll your spine down. Nice and simple. As you roll down, you plantar flex. Try to keep that parallel toes position. Inhale. Exhale up. Squeeze 2 times. 1, 2, breathe in. Exhale, roll down. Clearly trying to keep that carriage down on the stopper, very challenging to do. I've got her on a red and a blue. Sorry, 2 red and 1 blue. Exhale up. A red and a blue would be very, very mean. 3, 2, 1. Roll your spine down. And you can go as high up as you want. 8 repetitions, 10 repetitions. Exhale up. We're going to stop at 5 today, just for timing wise. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the spine articulate down. Drop the heels just a little bit. How are your hamstrings doing, okay? Yeah. Last one. Exhale, scoop and roll up. I feel like she's being facetious. 5. She says, they're doing fine. Like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. And boom, roll your spine down. Really get some good adductor emphasis and gives you that nice articulation at the same time. So go ahead and come on up. I'm going to put 1 red spring in the middle. 1 in the middle. And this is a variation of lunge standing. I absolutely love it because it squares off the body a little bit more. So you're going to put both knees down and both feet against the shoulder rest. Hands on the foot bar, thumbs over the top. We're going to take the carriage back just enough to get the right foot on the floor in between the carriage and the spring settings. Take that shin slightly forward so it's close but not against it. You don't want to hit your shin on the spring setting bar. Now from here we go into our standard hip flexor stretch. And drop down, push back on the carriage. Keeping the knee over the heel, keeping the posture up. Little deeper. Good. Stay there. If you need a little more stretch, bias to posterior, we hold this 3 to 5 breaths. So it's really the same exact, exercise, but we're shifting over, and it's allowing that body to stay nice and square and even. We don't have that slight veer to the side. As we exhale back to our hamstring stretch, same thing, dorsiflex, move the hips along the same horizontal line, and straighten the leg out. Breathe. Gives you a nice sense of staying square to everything, doesn't it? Almost gives you a little more security on the hands too. Yeah. And we do another breath. We're going to do that twice. So we come back, the chest lifts up, the head lifts up, the posture just comes right back to upright. And we hold that for 3 to 5 breaths. Watch the hips. Thank you. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring your knee back just slightly. There you go. Inhale, exhale. And show me that hamstring transition. Good. She played with it a little bit, but I think she found it pretty well. Pull your ribs up slightly, head down slightly. Good. Again, you want your body upright in that hip flexor stretch, and it just hinges back as the hips move along the same horizontal line to your hamstring stretch. We come back staying low. Lift up and be careful when you switch sides. You don't want to bring that carriage all the way in. So if you can see on the camera, I'm actually putting my foot here to keep the carriage from hitting her leg. Switch legs. Right? Excellent. Hip flexor stretch. Keep your knee over your heel. Keep your posture nice and tall. Square your hips off and bias to posterior. So again, once you've hit your hip flexor stretch, just pull in the same muscles that would pull you to posterior, and you're going to feel that elongated stretch a little bit more. Inhale, exhale. Watch your scapula on this side. Nope, other way. There you go. Breathe in, breathe out. Dorsiflex, press back. Let's see how she transitions. That was a good transition. She plays with it a little bit. You can tell. She's got a very loose body though, so she kind of has to find a little bit. Try to just straight back to your position. Try not to veer up or down. Inhale, exhale. She's got an excellent alignment. We bend, we go back to our hip flexor stretch. Let's see the transition. Chest up, chin up. Boom. Very nice. Let that body come right back to that beautiful postural alignment. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Your hands can either be right here or straight, either one, just as long as you've got nice energy into the bar, you've got a good connection. Dorsiflex, press back. That was nice. That, to me, felt like she just pushed right into position. Posture stayed nice and flat. Look at those lines. Those are the energy lines we're looking for on this particular move. Very hard to find for some people. Breathing through it. And come back with control. Posture comes up. We don't let the carriage come all the way in as we lift up. We just bring it in a little bit. Enough. Bring the carriage in. You're good. And then bring your foot out. You want to do more?
No.
Careful getting that foot out. Take your foot out. No, take your foot out. There you go. Keep the knee anchored and then take the foot out before you come back. Okay. We're going to go right into the stomach massage series. I love this little series. It's actually technically not a series right now. I think it's a group. But we're going to do the stomach massage exercises. Sit here. I'm going to go to a red and a blue. Toes on the... Okay. If you're very aware of what's happening as a Pilates teacher.
Guys, thanks so much
student,
for joining me on these videos. I hope you know how much I appreciate you joining me and being a part of the Pilates
and
Live
I'm wearing
channel.
Different shorts.
Again, don't forget to smash
So what
that like
basically
button
has happened
and hit
is the camera
subscribe
died
to
and we
become a
shot
part
the
of
whole
Pilates
rest
Live
of
channel.
the exercise.
Be kind and have a great day.
We ended up losing it all. So we're back to our full body integration block. We're going to do the stomach massage round back, stomach massage flat back, stomach massage reach, and then an exercise I like to call stomach massage side reach, which is my variation of the stomach massage series. So can you bring your hips forward just a little bit? And then you're going to reach towards the carriage here. Knees open just a little bit. And we're in a nice rounded C curve, but it's an active C curve. Again, you don't want to just sink into this. You want a nice active C curve. So the back extensor muscles are active, but we're still in that seated C curve. We've got a red and a blue on there. You exhale, lengthen your legs out, pull your heels under, push back up, inhale, come back to the bottom. We're going to lift up just a little bit. Exhale, lengthen, flex, point, inhale, return. Exhale, lengthen, flex, point, inhale, return. I'll look at the video to see if the toenail polish is the same or if we've changed that as well. We need to do like a Where's Waldo and see how many little differences there are from when we started till now. Stay here. Now we flatten the back out. We reach back with the arms, fingers backwards, slight bend of the elbows, nice and straight. Really bring that posture up, keeping that co-contraction between the abdominals and the back extensors. We exhale, lengthen, flex, point, inhale, return. I'm going to close this door. Exhale, lengthen, flex, point, inhale, return. Exhale, lengthen, flex, point. A little more thoracic extension. That's nice. And boom. And rails, boom. He loves the boom. And come to the bottom. Now you want to maintain this postural alignment. Very important. Keep that beautiful alignment. Work that core. Drift those arms out in front. Palms face down. And your hands are going to be about eye level. Lean back. There. Exhale, lengthen. Flex, point. Inhale, return. Exhale, lengthen, flex, point. Inhale, return. So stay here for a moment. You don't want to be quite that high.
Okay.
I don't know if you notice in the camera or not, but she's rolling out on her ankles a little bit. So she's too maxed out in plantar flexion to start. We actually want to start about the V position, foot position. Exhale, lengthen, the same position you do your footwork in. And we lost our extension. Nope, lift up a little bit. There. And see how you're going up to plantar flexion?
Yeah.
So drop this down just a little bit. Now keep it here. Exhale, press. Now flex, point. Boom, boom. Bend, return. Keep that. There.
Okay.
You see that? So she's maximizing her plantar flexion higher as she comes back. We want to keep those heels nice and still. That's what I was looking for.
Got it.
Okay, from here, as you push back, this is the variation. You reach back with one hand like side reach on the Cadillac. You exhale, return to your starting position. Did we flex and point?
No.
Exhale, lengthen, reach back with the opposite hand. Flex, point, bend, return. Exhale out, flex, point. Inhale, return. A little more thoracic extension as you reach out. A little more extension here. Flex, point, and return. Very nice. The head follows the line of the arm. Exhale out, flex, point. Krista, now you're finding your rhythm. I love it. When you come back together with your hands, they should be about shoulder width apart. Exhale out, flex, point. Inhale, return. You're looking great. Again, much better. Give yourself a little stretch. Another one of my favorite little ins to this variation of work is keeping your hands on the bar, straightening your arms out, keep your rounded position, start to lengthen your legs out, keep the hands on the bar, and you just give yourself a nice little stretch. Dorsiflex, hold that line, just hold it, and just hold for a stretch. Breathe into that stretch. Just a nice little treat at the end of that series, okay? Lift your body up. And I'm going to grab a box. Why don't you go ahead and put one red spring on there. This is a arm series on the long box. Rail's not a big fan of these. And a lot of it is because, well, I shouldn't say that. He loves all kinds of variations and movement patterns. But one of the biggest things is people don't adjust. One thing that Rail doesn't like is they don't adjust this to accommodate a little more height. So that's what I'm going to do. I just love this Bassi Systems equipment, that it's so versatile to adjust as needed. So when you sit on the box, around middle of the box, and you place your feet on the headrest, this headrest is not adequately prepared to put your whole body weight on. So just let your feet rest. Come around, have a sit. And we're going to start with, come forward. Actually, you're good. You're good. Your legs are long. You're good right there. We're going to start with a traditional chest expansion, just like the kneeling arm series. So you grab about there. Arms kneeling series, I should say. And you grab about there. And you bring your hands just in front of your pelvis, about 20 degrees forward. Now forward a little more. Forward, other way. A little more forward. There, right there. Now really establish a long line of the elbow before we initiate this movement. It's chest expansion, so if your elbows are bent, you'll have a tendency to internally rotate slightly. It's exhale back, inhale forward. I like to imagine or say that we're pulling from our front pockets to our back pockets. Inhale, exhale, excellent, Chris, a very nice position. I'm really liking that I can see a good co-contraction here. People, as they start to pull back, get into their lumbar a little bit, that multifidus starts to lock up, and you can see a little bit of an arch. She's keeping those ribs in a nice co-contracted position with the back extensors. You're going to bring your arms out in front of you. Same position with your hands. We call this bow and arrow. Pull your ribs in a little bit. You're going to pull to your right. Shoulder scapula stays stabilized as you rotate your torso on your head, and then inhale back to your center line. Exhale the opposite side, so we're alternating sides, and inhale. You as the teacher have an excellent opportunity to see if they're pulling into lateral flexion, which this side she's doing well on, but as she comes to this side, she's losing the connection to the obliques on the opposite side. So that was better. Hands up a little higher.
Like this, sorry.
There you go. Got her?
Got it.
Exhale, pull to the right. I don't know if you saw that in the camera, but that shoulder went way up. Shoulder down as you come back. Keep that scapula stabilized in a neutral position. Not depressed, but neutral. Yeah, that's better. That was better. Inhale forward. Arms up a little higher. You're getting into your back too much. And is that weight too heavy for you?
I don't think so. The straps were slipping. So
oh, gotcha. And there was a little rise there again. So we're going to try to stabilize that scapula. Think of your serratus anterior and your lat as you pull back. And there you go. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Now, same thing on this side. Serratus anterior lat. That's better. And let's try one more on the left. Your head went a little crazy on that one. Move your head with your torso to the right. Oh, she's getting tired, actually. She's pulling to one side, I can tell. That's okay. One more on that one. And good. Okay. We're going to cross our straps. Go ahead and let go. And grab the knot. Arms out in front of you. Pull into your ribs a little bit. Here, there you go. And as you pull back for rhomboids, you're going to imagine you've got a little walnut between your shoulder blades, and you just crack that walnut, and you come forward. Inhale. Exhale, pull back. Inhale. I learned this in a mind-body conference a long time ago, and I just love that little cue of cracking the walnut. Imagine there's a little walnut here. You pull your shoulder blades in, crack that walnut. That's where your rhomboids are working. And come out. Most importantly, don't feel as if your hands push outwards. They're just coming back towards your shoulder line. Exhale. Inhale. Don't go quite so far back. Exhale just to there. Inhale. If you come back too far, you'll feel the traps getting involved. There you go. Excellent. A little more ribs. And excellent. Let's flip the body around. I've got the straps. You're going to straddle the box like you're riding a horse. I'm actually going to take the weight down to a half a spring. So one blue spring, second gear. She's going to grab her straps. This is a lovely variation of hug a tree. We start with our hands around our rib line, right about here. And pull your ribs in a bit. There you go. Keep that nice co-contraction. And drop your hands significantly. There you go. As you exhale, you go to shoulder height, and you're protracting. So pull, there you go. As you inhale, you open. As you exhale, you close. As you inhale, you pull back underneath. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, open. Excellent. Exhale, close. Thanksgiving is in just a few days. So she's presenting me with my platter of food. She's opening to the side, dropping it on the ground, going back to holding my platter, and then taking the platter away from me. Exhale, lengthen. You're getting into your back too much. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, return. You want a little straighter elbow. Exhale, lengthen. It's okay to soften the elbow a little bit to take pressure off the elbow if needed, but you want to make sure you keep that deep co-contraction of the elbow joint, and as straight as possible, slight micro bend is okay. And hold it here. Face your palms down. You're going to take your posture forward in the hinge as your arms come up. Yes, hold this line here. Thumbs open a little bit. You bring your thumbs to your temples. Inhale. And exhale, press away. It's kind of a variation of the triceps and the arms kneeling series. But you're in a nice diagonal line. The back extensors are very active. And 9 times out of 10, press away. You'll have to take your hands a little higher than you think they can go. You feel the difference? Mm-hmm. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, bend. She's got a nice head alignment, good postural alignment. I can see she's got a really good rib cage transverse process engagement. We go out for this last one. Our whole body hinges up. We go wide with our arms. Oh, and drop them down. That was nice. I know, I like this little series. So don't forget, go ahead and come off of there, to reestablish the factory setting on your crossbar back here when you're done with your exercises. Sometimes we forget that, then a class will come in. So let's get rid of this. Why don't you try a red and a yellow in second gear? A red and a yellow. This is a series I learned at a PMA conference in a workshop. It was a hip health workshop. It's called short sliders. Foot bar should go down. You're going to step up to the wood part first, and the other foot is going to go a little bit away from the edge. If anyone's done the mentor program, it's a similar foot position to the skating double leg. Your hands will go behind your back and just kind of sit there as if you're one of those speed skaters. Straight legs, neutral pelvis, push the carriage away both legs evenly. There you go. Yep, both legs evenly. So the whole body is moving. And you push it out about 30 degrees and back. Exhale out, just enough to feel that little engagement, not so much that you're feeling a stretch, but feeling those abductors doing their job. We go out for 4 and return. She's got a nice posture alignment, good co-contraction with the core, looking really nice. And there's 6. And this feels lovely in the beginning. And as we get deeper into it, it gets a little harder, a little harder, a little harder. I like to do anywhere from 8 to 10 repetitions. And then hold the carriage into the stopper. Keep your back as flat as a board as you hinge over. Be careful here, it can be a little precarious. Chin down slightly. Now we keep that back nice and flat, again pushing out anywhere from 20 to 30 degrees and return. Exhale, feeling your glutes work a little bit?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, okay. Did I make it too heavy for you? No. She's looking good. I think if it was too heavy, you'd see her body twisting or shifting in a compensationary pattern. I don't see that at all. That's 3. That's 4. If you feel like you're going to slip at all, you can put sticky socks on, or you can put a little sticky down, and that'll hold your foot a little bit deeper. You're starting to lose your thoracic extensors. Thank you. That was a nice correction. Very nice. Chin down just a tad. Thank you. One more. I got an oof out of her. And the last of the 3 positions, you hold the carriage into the stopper and you reach down for your feet, rounding your spine. So reach down, stay in an active round back like you're doing a pike forward on the Wonder Chair. Don't just fold in half. Press out with both. Keep your hands on your ankles and return. The hands are there for support because this is a precarious position, but you're not using your arms to abduct the hip joint. That's 3. Let the head hang a little more. Exhale, 4. Inhale. If you're at home practicing this by yourself, when you come up, be very careful. You don't want to get a head rush. Sometimes you may just want to put your hands down and step off the back. Let's do 4 more. Chin down a little bit. Stay a little more rounded here. Thank you. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do 1 more. Chin down a little bit. Good. And if I'm working with somebody, I'll say, go ahead and start to come up. I grab their forearm or their hand to make sure that they're stable. You feeling good?
Yeah.
Step off the back. And we'll switch sides. That's not the way you're supposed to go. Step off the back of the machine, not the front of the machine. Come over here. That's okay, you're good. Come over to this side. Oh, you're good on that side. I'm losing my mind. Step up, hands behind your back. I'm sorry that we have to show her derriere in the camera, but we're all good. And out and in. Excellent. Give me a slight bias to posterior, thank you. So we have a tendency as we get tired to start going into anterior. It's just a natural disposition of the body, especially as you're doing gluteal exercises. Make sure that you're in that neutral pelvic position in the coronal plane as much as the sagittal plane. Yeah, you're going into it even deeper. Thank you, even deeper. It's just natural. You start to get tired and you go right into it. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, good. We're nice and flat in our spine. We hinge straight over. Excellent. Press it away. Chin down slightly, shoulders up a little bit. Lift up a little bit here. There you go. Now extend your back. That's it. Now go. Excellent. And don't move the upper body. Drop your chin just slightly. There you go. Get a little fatigue. It's been a long day. We just did module 10. Carissa is re-engaging in her career and auditing the whole course again. I mean, there's nothing better. One more. Good. We go into flexion. I'm here for you. Bring your hands down, grab your ankles, keep your arms long, stay in a rounded position, heads in line with the spine, press it out, and back. So as I was saying before, she's auditing the whole program to just re-stoke that fire, to re-get all the new nuances. She took the course, what, 11 years ago, 10 years ago? So a lot of new nuances for the repertoire, some new names, and it's just a great way to re-stoke that teaching fire. And keep that chin down, boom, and stay actively rounded. That's it. Very nice. Up you go. You're going to step off the back. Thank you. That's the way we do it. Okay, I am not going to do any variations for the Mermaid because it is such a wonderful exercise. So come around to this side, sit facing that direction. Put your left shin against the shoulder rest. The Mermaid is one of my favorite exercises. Some may today call it the Merman. Some may call it the Merperson. It's entirely up to you and your political views. But originally, Joseph Pilates called this the Mermaid. So you're going to start about there. You don't want to start with that carriage in and the shoulders shrugging. We inhale, press out till this arm goes to horizontal to the floor. This arm drifts right up in line with the clavicle, heads in line with the spine. As you exhale, go into flexion, reach. Try to rotate that torso to as a flat position as you can get. Inhale back to here. Exhale upright. Good. So now your spine did not come back to neutral. Do you feel that? Mm-hmm. So you want to make sure that spine and that pelvis and the torso come back to neutral. And one thing I'd like you to do is work, there you go. There you go. Try to work that hip down. Inhale over. Give me some lateral flexion. Let the hip come with you now. Good, but don't go too far forward with it. There. Feel the difference?
Yeah.
Exhale, rotate. Good. Inhale back. Exhale upright. If you're making cues, making corrections, step back to make sure that those corrections stay in place. There. Inhale, hinge. Exhale across. Inhale back. Exhale upright. We have a lot of movement of the spine. She has a very long, mobile spine. So we're going to kind of try to lock in that midsection a little bit more. As you press out, you do want to hit the range that you're going, but right about here, your ribs start to sink.
Okay.
So no, lift up a little bit there. Now come across. Now you're more secure here, and you didn't, like your ribs were like a typewriter, and they're shifting. Inhale back. Exhale upright. One more on your own. Bring that hip down with you. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Inhale, hinge. Pull those ribs up. Push out a little further. That's where you want to be. Exhale across. Good. Inhale back. Exhale upright. A lot of my students who have heard me teach are going, he just said good, he just said good. I never say good. I never say good unless it was good. That was better. So yeah, get off your machine, come around to the other side. Excellent. Now you can see from the back side, you might be able to see some of those variations of the ribs and the spine better from this side. Okay, and I'm just going to take your hair over here. Here we go. Set up to about here. Drop that scapula a little bit. Okay, straighten the elbows slightly. That's it. Inhale, hinge. Exhale across. We didn't set the hand right. That's my fault. Inhale back. I'll fix it. Exhale upright. She's almost forward of the center line. If you don't set up right on this, your body will compensate and twist a little bit too much. So that's where we want to set up right about there. That was my fault. Hip down. Good. I know. It's a bigger stretch on the hip, isn't it? Inhale, hinge. Exhale, across. Better. Inhale, back. Exhale, upright. We want to get our head moving with our spine a little better. Okay. Inhale, hinge. That's it. Exhale, across. Inhale, back. So stay there. And when you come back, your head is tilted this direction.
Keep it this direction.
Yeah. You feel that?
Yep.
And upright. Inhale, hinge. Exhale, across. Got a lot to work with here. Inhale, back. Exhale, upright. There's a lot of mobility in your scapula, a lot of mobility in the waist, a lot of mobility in the hip. So we really need to kind of reel that in a little bit. One more. Better. Better. Come across. Nice and square. That's it. Inhale, back. That's better. And upright. Tough exercise when you have a lot of mobility to reel all that in. Off you go. Go to one blue spring for me, please. We're going to do breaststroke prep 1, breaststroke prep 2, and actually what I like to call breaststroke prep 3, but I won't plagiarize the work, so I'll just say this is a variation of breaststroke prep 2. You're going to go chest over the edge of the box. Hands about shoulder width apart on the foot bar. Your legs are together and they're active. You don't want them extended. You don't want them relaxed. You just want them active at the hip joint and the hip extensors. A little less activity. There you go. Okay, we have a nice active spine, but most importantly, we're looking at the shoulder scapula stabilization. We inhale, press the arms out, keeping that shoulder stabilization. Exhale, return to your starting position. Inhale, press away. Exhale, return. This is our key component right here. The back extensors are active. This is a back extension block exercise, but we really want to teach that proper gluteohumeral rhythm between the scapula and the humerus of the arm with no elevation, no depression, just a nice gluteohumeral rhythm here. And she's doing great. Once you or your client starts to get into a good position, we go to breaststroke prep 2, which is inhale, extend the back as the arms lengthen out. She's keeping that position, but she protracted slightly, so retract a little bit. That's it. And then exhale back to your starting position, and let's go there. That's it. Inhale up. That's a nice rhythm. Oh, exhale down. She pushes out too far, which is protracting the shoulders. Come back to your starting position. As you inhale up, you're really doing well with the rhythm of the movement and the scapula stabilization. And right there, you push too far forward. So just keep that position. And exhale down. Don't go further than you should. One of my favorite sayings in Pilates is less is more. A little more extension. That's it. Exhale down. Feel the difference? Less is more goes a long way with proper technique in the Pilates repertoire. Very nice. On the last one, we stay, keep the arms straight, and just drop down to a neutral position. So this is my variation. We inhale just like a swan. We come up, a little more. Exhale down, just to the base of the rib. Similar to inhale up, your swan on the Wanda chair. Exhale down. The difference is on the Wanda chair, your shoulders are at 90 degrees. Now you're more of a 0 degrees. And it actually feels really nice. But you want to keep all the elements in play. Keep the shoulder scapula stabilizers working. Keep the core engaged. Find that reverse articulation from cervical to thoracic to lumbar, from lumbar to thoracic to cervical. And inhale up. She's doing a great job keeping her legs active. Exhale down. And inhale up. And if you want to be kind to your body or kind to your client, you exhale down on this last one, and you just let the body round and just kind of stretch a little bit. It's a beautiful stretch on the shoulders. Lift your head up, bend your elbows, step off the box away from me. Stand facing the beautiful sunshine. It's actually not shining. It is raining. It is dark. It's like almost, it's a little past 4 o'clock and it's almost dark out in the Pacific Northwest. It's like, how do we do this? Long nights, short days in the Pacific Northwest. Inhale, exhale, roll down. Soften the knees as you get into your lumbar. Pause, inhale, exhale up. Excellent. Inhale. Exhale down. Boy, Crystal, you've really been locking into that roll down. When she came in, she hadn't been really practicing for a while, scoop and roll up, and her hands were always ending up forward and the shoulders were internally rotated. But now she's finding that alignment with her thigh and her fingers, a nice straight hand, good activity in the arms as she comes through. Nice articulation of the spine, a little more balanced work as I'm looking at it from this direction. Inhale, exhale up, and the head is finding the line of the spine. We finish in this nice proper postural alignment. I always encourage my client to reach through the crown of the head as if they're trying to become a little taller. And nice job, good work. Thank you so much. I always appreciate you watching these videos. Stay tuned for more. Guys, thanks so much for joining me on these videos. I hope you know how much I appreciate you joining me and being a part of the Pilates Live channel. Again, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe to become a part of the Pilates Live channel. Be kind and have a great day.